Yo, what's going on, guys? It is JD here, back with another episode of the No Money Spent Road to Glory, and today we've got a lot to talk about. So yesterday, of course, we hit 2,000 cards collected. We are now an all-star in the top right there, which looks awesome, and that's going to stay with us for the entire year, which is great. But of course, that means we can start selling off cards. And believe me, guys, we're at 632k so far today, and that is going to shoot up. So I haven't redeemed any auctions, and I'm going to talk about that in a bit. But first off, massive thank you for the support on yesterday's two videos. Both of them already are over 2,000 views and over 100 likes each, which is mad. So massive thank you for the support on that. Also today, we have got a Martin Luther King Day locker code to put in, which could give us an Emerald Evo Kemba Walker, which goes up to Diamond. But I don't think it's a great card, but we'll talk about that if we actually manage to get him. I also got a lot of comments from yesterday's two videos to go through, so I'm going to try and answer as many of them as is possible. And then we've also got some new moments cards, which I completely forgot about. As you can see right there, Pink Diamond, Brandon Ingram is the best of the bunch. Well, in terms of tier-wise, he's the best of the bunch. I reckon one of those diamonds is better, and we'll talk about them in a little bit. So, let's jump into it. Limited time event today, one extra ball drop for every triple threat online win, which isn't a bad event at all, to be fair. If I had the time, I would definitely be playing in that event. I remember doing that when they had that event before, and that was really good, because obviously, if you get up to those top ball levels, you're getting 6 ball drops per win, which is pretty damn nice. You can make some really good MT. We come down to the daily agenda, literally all triple threat offline, so 3 of those, again, a combined like 1,000 MT for 3 more games. Well, wait, these two are exactly the same. Spurs Heat check players, 1 by 3 points and 1 by 2 points. Oh, the imagination of 2K is incredible sometimes. And then, yeah, I definitely need to start actually getting into some more triple threat offline and online for these monthly challenges, which I will get around to eventually. Move down here. I haven't actually played any more games. Still haven't done that moments challenge. I'm probably not going to be fair. And I think that's one of the only moments challenges I haven't done this year. There was one that needed the Amethyst Brandon Ingram and the one that needed the Amethyst LeBron James or the Diamond LeBron James. I didn't do those because they were ridiculously expensive and it wasn't profitable at all to do that. My team unlimited, haven't touched that again. This is going 6-on-1. I might pick it back up. I mean, now that I've lost a game, I don't really know what to do. Like, do I play up to 11 or like try and play up to 11-1? Is there any point in that? We get, for another 5 wins, we get 7k, 20 tokens and a pack. Or if we just call it quits here, we still get the 8 tokens, a pack and 1,500 MD. So I might just call it there and take my rewards, but I don't know. We will see. I'll see how I go and how I feel about it in the coming days. But then we come over to the auction house, and this is where things are going to get a little bit crazy. So at the moment, we've got 6 things up in auction. You can already see there we've got 50, but believe me, guys, it is significantly more than 50 because we come down here and already we are down at 1,881 cards. We come down to the premium set, and this is where I'm going to start. I did sell off the Amethyst cards I bought from the current day collection, so I think I had Paul George, I had Harden, I had AD, sold off all of those guys, and then I've started to come down here. So we have sold off everyone in the D-Wade set. We sold off all of the legacy players that we had down here, which were the Rubies and the Amethyst, but I have, as you see, kept hold of all these 4 guys right here because they are investments for the token market update whenever that does happen, because I think these prices are going to go pretty damn high, because this set is for 200 tokens, which is a lot. Combined, these 4 guys do not cost much at all, so I can definitely see them going up, which is why I've held on to them. Multi-dimensional, everyone gone out of Kevin Garnett. All the Prime Series guys, so I had every Amethyst and Ruby, I believe. I've had most of them anyway. All of them are out the door. Same with these Spotlight sets over here. Lights out, we didn't have many of them. We just had the Rubies, I believe. Yeah, because we didn't have these Emeralds because they were pretty expensive. So we didn't have those to sell. And then Moments of the Week, I've started on these, but I've still got a long way to go. So we sold Moments of the Week 1, 2, 3, and 4 are still there. I sold off Moments of the Week 5 because we only had a couple of Ruby cards. I will get through Moments of the Week 6, but then of course 7, 8, 9, I'm going to keep hold of anyway. And then to be fair, I think I'm going to keep hold of every set up until now, or so 10 and 11. So when those Moments packs came out, the super packs came out, of course, it increased the price of these guys so much that they are still super high. I think this guy is most expensive. Brandon Clark still at like 25k. So if something like that does happen with one of these players in 10 or 11, so maybe Jokic somehow comes down in price massively with these 3 diamonds, and that would of course then increase the prices of these Ruby and Amethyst cards. So I'm going to hold on to these guys, and realistically, actually I might sell this Marcus Morris because I think he's worth quite a bit of MT. If they are worth a decent amount, then I probably will just sell them anyway. So Marcus Morris coming in at about 9k. I mean, that is not bad. The rubies, of course, are worth pretty much nothing. Miles Turner I use in my squad, and he is fantastic. And then Tristan Thompson is dirt cheap, so I definitely don't mind keeping hold of him. All the legacy players, they are gone. We only had the row of the 5 ruby cards, and then of course we had Chuck Person, who was the final player that we needed, and then I sold off all of the Isaiah Thomas set, and then we sold off, who do we have here? We sold off Zion, we sold off the Flash 2 set, which was Jimmer and Jermaine O'Neal, and we sold everyone from the New Year's resolution set, apart from Markel Fultz, because I might just keep evoing this card from a ruby to an amethyst and make like 5 or 6k each time. But then, of course, that does leave us with, obviously, the Moments of the Week cards I've just mentioned, and leaves us with all the Spotlight Series 2 sets. So we've got the Dwight Howard one, Iggy, Kareem, and Jason Kidd. Now, I've had a lot of comments, actually, I'll probably get to them later on, about selling these sets now rather than waiting, because 2K could drop super packs at any time, and the fact that it is going to be the last one that releases, obviously, the Brandon Roy, they could very well drop the super packs to reduce the price of it, because then the last set is probably going to be very expensive. So I don't know, I might sell it. I did sell my John McLaughlin. We bought him for like 7k. I managed to sell him off for I think about 14k, so made really good profit on him. I think these 2 diamond cards have actually gone up quite a lot. I can't remember exactly what we paid for them, but I think it was like 15k for Jamal Wilkes and then like under 10k for Jerry West. So we're going to make decent profit on all of these guys pretty much. But yeah, I might sell them off. If I start having space in my auctions, by the time I've sold everyone else, then I'll probably just get rid of them and cash in while I can. But then even after we're done with these players right here, we've got all of the uniforms, which I will happily sell at any time. They're not really time-sensitive things. Same with all of these down here. The basketballs, the only reason I wouldn't sell these is if they were flash packs or if these balls were in packs, because they're not in every pack, I don't believe, but they do come out in some of them. But I should be able to get about 1,000 MT per ball, which is quite nice. So I will sell them all off, sell off all the coaches. But then we come up here to the heat check cards. And again, these I'm not going to sell off just yet. I am going to wait. One, for some of them to become on fire, because at the moment, literally not a single card is on fire. 2K have completely forgot about it. So yeah, when some of them go on fire, like if Doncic or Porzingis get on fire, if Jokic goes on fire, if Zion goes on fire, Westbrook, any of these big names, if they go on fire, they're going to go up big time in price. But if not, when they drop the token reward update, these prices are going to go up, in my opinion. They might not, but I still think they will. So going to cash out big time when that comes along. So for the moment, we are just sitting pretty where we are. And if we come down here, you guys can see just how much we have sold, and I reckon there's probably at least another 50 items to be redeemed as well. So starting off in this video, 632,000 MT, and that is going to become significantly higher. Now, what I did want to talk to you guys about was, do you want me to keep all of these auctions to be redeemed right here, or do you want me just to redeem them in my free time so you guys don't have to sit through it? Because of course I can go through some top comments as we are redeeming all of these, and it is interesting to see just how high we are going to get. So a couple of these, as you can see, don't sell for too much. A couple of them going for under 1,000, which was a bit of a surprise, not going to lie. Some of them going for like 1,500, but you do have a couple. So these are the amethysts we're getting into right now. A lot of them selling for about 3.5k, some of them going for 4.5k, which is nice. The majority of the early spotlight sets actually didn't have much value, which is very surprising. I already thought they would after this long, but I think with that Spotlight Series 1, it only locked in for the Magic Johnson, and at this point in the game, I don't think anybody is actually trying to get that card. We've got a LeBron James, that is the Ruby card from the multi-dimensional set, so he sold for quite a lot. Same with Stephen Starbury coming in. I think he was one of the Spotlight sets, but he was a little bit pricey. And we have that Paul Pierce. So Paul Pierce, who's been in so many locker codes this year, who was down at like 1,000 MT at one point, 6.5k, which is ridiculous. Terrence Ross, the Ruby card from the Legacy set, 6.5k as well. We come down here, a couple more irrelevant players, and we come on to some more Amethyst cards, which are selling for a decent amount. Nick Van Exel for 5.2, Penny Hardaway for nearly 7. We do have our first card that hasn't sold, because of course I don't know if they've sold or not, because there's just too many auctions, and we're still going here and it still says 50 plus. John McLaughlin 14k, made a big profit on him. Jerome Kersey, the Ruby card, going for 8,500 MT. Anton Walker, I see right there, I think he's a gold card. Is it Anton Walker a gold card? I don't know, but 5.9k for him. We've got a couple more that haven't sold down there, which is a shame, but already I'm seeing myself at nearly 800k. Finally, we are getting under 50 cards, which is nice. A couple more of these is going for about 2k, nothing crazy. Chuck Person didn't sell, which is annoying. Neither did that Robert Horry, who did have the most value out of this next batch that I did put up. And then a lot of these guys not going for too much either. So doesn't look like we're going to get, well, we are actually over 800k, which is really nice. 7.5k for that Zion Williamson. That is mad. You've got 4.5k for Sean Livingston, who's of course from that New Year's resolution set. Jermaine O'Neal is already up at 5k, which is very surprising. And then we've got the Moments of the Weeks cards. So, Devontae Graham, Emerald card. Josh Hart was a Sapphire. RJ Barrett, of course, a Sapphire. Kendrick Nunn was Ruby, Evo'd up. Kelly Oubre was a Ruby. And DeAndre Hunter, was a Ruby. And so was Evan Fournier. So, that is the first lot of cards sold. And that puts us at well over 850k. So, what we want 632k. And already we are absolutely flying. And let me tell you guys, we are going to make so much more than that as well. Moments of the Week cards, obviously we've got all the diamond investments. We've got the diamond and pink diamond investments here. We've got all the spotlight sets to sell as well. We've got all the heat check cards. I don't know what an unrealistic amount would be. I mean, obviously we're easily going to be over 1 million. We'll be pushing like 1.5 million. Will we go further than that? I do not know, but all I know is we are absolutely killing it. So that is very exciting. So while that is faffing about trying to finish up and get us to a amount where we actually wants to stop, we'll put in this locker code. So MLK and then my team and then thanks. Okay, that's nice and easy. I very much appreciate that. And then on this board, we do have the Diamond Zach Randolph, who was, of course, a Triple Threat offline reward in the last vault. We have a Diamond pack, or we have the Emerald Kemba, like I said. But with him, the actual Evo card isn't great. Like, the stats aren't great. Even as a 5-star Evo, he's not incredible. So knowing that, I think I'm probably going to aim for that Diamond Consumables pack, realistically, because Diamond Zebo is going to be a good card, but is he going to be on my squad? No. So we're going to chuck it to the far left, and hopefully we can hit some blue. If we do get the Kemba card, I guess that would be pretty cool. Okay, we're going all over the place, so it's probably going to be Zach Randolph at this rate. We've got 2 green squares right around us, and we are going to get Diamond Zach Randolph. So I guess I can't complain too much. It is a free diamond card. But is it a diamond card that's actually going to see the floor for me? Probably not. But hey, I will take it. So thank you very much for that 2k. And it would be interesting to see, again, if I was going to be investing, how the auction house would have changed with the addition of that diamond pack. Because, of course, we made some big money off of diamond investments this year. Diamond contracts and diamond shoes. So let's take a look at diamond contracts. They are not diamond. They are gold. And then we look at 16k. So yeah, no, it hasn't really affected it too much. So now we've done that, we can go ahead and take a look at these new Moments cards. And the thing to note is these are not Moments of the Week. Hopefully they will be dropping tomorrow because, of course, today is the holiday over in America. So yeah, it's just Moments cards that came out today. And Marcus Smart was one of them. So this card I have already had a look at, and my God, I think I want to buy this card, not going to lie. So we are going to compare him to Eddie Jones, who is our current starting shooting guard. So obviously 6'3" is a little bit small compared to the 6'6" of Eddie Jones. 10 Hall of Fame badges versus none. But the important thing is, these Hall of Fame badges right there, Intimidator and Clamps. Like, are you kidding me? That is insane. He's got Gold Diamond, he's got Floor General, Defensive Leader, so he makes everyone around him significantly better. He's got Quick First Step as well. He's got Range Extender as well. What? Okay, 89 driving layup, 82 mid 93 3, 75 driving dunk. He can speed boost, 95 perimeter and 90 speed. I mean, Marcus Smart, that is incredible. Let's go ahead and take a look at his price to see, how much more. Oh, we've got 932k. I didn't even notice. So today we have made 300,000 MT from the first wave of selling cards. That is insane. Oh, that is amazing. So let me know down below, guys, how much MT do you think I'm going to have after I sell off everything? And I mean everything, including like the spotlight sets, the heat check cards, all my uniforms, all the coaches. How much MT do you think I'm going to get? And we can come back to this video when we do eventually sell up everything and see who got the closest. Like I said, I'm going to say like 1.5 million, but at this point it might be more than that. So Marcus Smart already is down at 50k, so not going to buy him just yet because chances are his price is just going to keep tumbling down. But that is really good to know that he is that cheap, because in my opinion that card is ridiculously good, and I definitely want to add him into my starting rotation. Probably put him in at the starting 2 guard, move Eddie Jones down to the bench, and that will probably mean the end of Norman Powell for the time being. But anyway, we move on. Kyrie Irving's been out, so Bonus is a new one. He is an Amethyst card. This card doesn't look great from what I briefly saw earlier. 3 Hall of Fame badges, and he comes in with Gold Diamond, which is nice, Rebound Chaser, but again, no defensive badges, which is a bit of a problem for a centre. He's got good post game, he's got a good mid-range, got great 3-ball, good passing, pretty average defense. 84 interior and a 74 block isn't great, but rebounding is exceptional. And again, speed not incredible. Of course, we are using the Miles Turner at the moment, and in my opinion, that card is just head and shoulders above this one. Look at the defensive boost that Miles Turner has, and then even the offensive ones, it's pretty similar. So Miles Turner, in my opinion, much better. And of course, he does have the better badges. So we move on. Siakam's been out a while. We come over here. Donovan Mitchell is new today. Now, this is a shooting guard, point guard, Donovan Mitchell, because he does already have a diamond, but I can't remember what the positions that one has. But I don't think he had point guard. I might be wrong on that, but I don't think he did. Anyway, this one comes in with 8 Hall of Fame badges, including quick first step. I've no idea if this one is a massive improvement on the other diamond, but I can just go off what this card has in terms of its stats and badges. He's got clamps, which is of course vital. He's got contact finisher, as you would expect from Donovan Mitchell. Quick draw, range extender, okay. I don't think the other one had range extender. 94 driving layup, 96 mid, 92 3, 95 driving dunk. Okay, this card is really, really top tier. That is looking really goddamn nice. Speed boosting. He's got the defense. He's got the speed. Donovan Mitchell looking really nice. But already he is a buyout as well by the looks of it. So these moments cards coming in looking really good and by the looks of it are really, really cheap. Luka Doncic's been out. Brandon Ingram is the latest one, I believe. And yep, he's the last one to look at. So we save the best till last. 366k already on Brandon Ingram. Okay, 11 Hall of Fame badges. He's got quick first step on there. And he's got gold clamps. He does have anything else going? He's got Deadeye. He does have quick draw and a range extender. Okay, so they're back to just giving it out to everyone pretty much. Great driving layup. I've got great mid-range, great three-pointer, great driving dunk. He can speed boost. Pretty average defense, to be fair. Not incredible. Good rebounding and good speed. So is he worth 300k? Is he the best player out of the ones that have come out today? Nowhere near it, in my opinion. Donovan Mitchell and Marcus Smart look fantastic. And yeah, Brandon Ingram, again, I think people are just paying for that pink diamond tier. I don't think they're actually digging deep into the stats. So we come down here to the other Donovan Mitchell. Where was he? He was in set number 5. So this one was a shooting guard, point guard as well. Did this one have a range extender? Let's just take a quick look. It's usually down the bottom. So this one doesn't. So they might be pretty similar, but he does have the range extender bonus. So for tomorrow's video, I'm going to keep selling up stuff. Hopefully this stuff sells right here. And then of course got all those duplicates I need to sell as well. And hopefully tomorrow's video, we can be becoming an empty millionaire on a Road to Glory account, which is just absolutely incredible. Of course, that gives us plenty of MT to play about with before the new Spotlight comes out, or actually to hold on to before the new Spotlight comes out. But then after we get that Spotlight, after we add in the Galaxy Opal Brandon Roy to this squad, and whoever the other reward card is, because hopefully it'll be pretty good. The last two we've had have been Giannis and Richard Jefferson, which have been great cards. After that, then we can really play about and flex our MT. I am looking at Gilbert Arenas. I think this card is going to be incredible to add in. I'm looking at the Hakeem. I would love to add this card to my squad as a starting centre. We used him just for that final game of the challenge, and he was incredible. Other than that, not really too many players I'd want to pick up. T-Mac is just 500k now. He was 400k yesterday. He's gone up 100,000 since yesterday. That is insane. Derek Rose don't really need if we're going to be going for Gilbert Arenas. Other than that, I don't really think there are too many cards out there that are just like ridiculous. JL Smith, I've had a lot of people recommend me this card, including Mick down in the comments. So I might pick up this card just to give him a little go. But at the shooting guard position, we are going to be absolutely stacked. Like I said, with the Brandon Roy coming in, and I do think personally that the last Spotlight reward is going to be a guard of some description. We haven't got a single point guard or shooting guard out of these 4 guys here, so chances are this last one is going to be a point guard or a shooting guard. So as long as it's someone half decent and half usable, we will be fine. So let's jump into some comments. Like I said, I've got a lot to get through from yesterday. I'll try and get through as many as I can. So Totally Tim says, is Pink Diamond Rondo going to go up in price? Let's take a little look at Rondo. In my opinion, he's not top tier. He is a great card, but with the addition of Walt Frazier lately, I think that's probably going to have a knock-on effect on this Rondo's price. You can see that he's already under about 50k. Do I think it's going to go down lower? I don't think it's going to go much lower than, I don't know actually, it could do. It could go down to about 40k. Is he going to go up? I don't think so. I think he's been pretty steady at 50k for a little while now, so in my opinion, I don't think this card is going to go up. I think there's good options out there. You've got the Diamond Kyle Lowry, Diamond Jason Terry, the Pink Diamond Walt Frazier, and of course, like I said, the next Spotlight set could be a guard as well. So I think for the time being, his price is pretty damn settled. AKA 20 says, do you think Brandon Roy is going to be an endgame card? absolutely. He's going to have Hall of Fame clamps, he's going to have Hall of Fame range extender, and he's probably going to have high 90s pretty much everywhere. So he is going to be endgame without a doubt. Aiden says, I want it to be Shaq, but it'll probably be a shooting guard because we already have two bigs and small forward. So yeah, obviously, like I was just saying, it would be nice to have a Shaq card, to be honest. That'd be really goddamn nice, but I do think it will be a guard. X Hine or Sign, something like that, says I picked up an Andre Kirilenko for about 22k. Worth it or no? In my opinion, not really. I'd probably recommend selling him and then just picking up someone like Hidu Turkoglu for pretty much exactly the same price. I don't really think this AK-47 is incredible. Speed-wise, he is lacking big time, and he's just not the same as he was last year. I think everyone has really, really good memories of what he was like last year, but of course this one is nowhere near. Joaquim says, or Joachim, something like that. I'm really bad with names. Have you guys realised that yet? We'll be rebuying all of the cards you sold when it is nearing the end of 2K20. You know what? If we're in a position to do so, and if there are enough cards that we can actually buy them all back and get some of these rewards, absolutely, I'll definitely be doing that. Even if we can only hit like 2,500 cards or something like that, it's still going to be another Galaxy Opal. So, I mean, they've got to release so many more cards and at a quick rate as well, because nobody's got this Scottie Pippen yet. So from now to the end of the game, they've still got to release at a minimum 600, 700 cards. So they really need to get around to it, because at the moment we're getting like, 10 a week if we're lucky. So yeah, they really need to pull their finger out in regards to adding cards into the game. Next up, Sean Goods. I have two questions, JD. Will Brandon Roy be a point guard, shooting guard, or small forward? Will it be point guard, shooting guard, or shooting guard, small forward? And also, is the spotlight for Magic Johnson worth it? Definitely not for Magic Johnson, in my opinion, especially at this point in the game. If we come over to the spotlight set where we have locked him in, nope, he is in the Diamond Rewards section. Should be anyway, there he is. Yeah. Not a great card, to be honest. Used him for 5 games, but other than that, I really haven't tried him out. He just doesn't feel great. Obviously, shooting's not really there. He doesn't even really have the driving dunk, and he does feel a little bit sluggish out on the floor. So, Spotlight Series 1 at this point is pretty dead, and I would strongly recommend against doing that. And then Brandon Roy, I assume, is going to be a point guard, shooting guard, but that is just me. He could be the other one, or he might just be a single position. You just don't know when it comes to 2K. Next up, John Edward Jacob says, do you think I should go after and complete the Kareem Spotlight Challenge? I currently have 250k MT and about 120k invested in contracts and players. The way prices are, it's looking like I need 350 MT to grab the players needed to get Pink Diamond Giannis. Well, I'll definitely sell up your investment, and I'd definitely go ahead and pick up this cut. Wait, that's Jason Kidd. Where are we with Kareem? There he is. Yeah, definitely worth it. You can get these guys for about 100k each, and I think you would be able to do this set for about 300k if you're really smart with your money, because these cards are worth, like I said, pretty much nothing, about 15-20k each, which isn't bad. John McLaughlin is expensive. Oscar Robertson, not too bad either. So I think about 300k, if you're clever about it, if you do a couple of snipes, you should be fine with that, and I would 100% recommend doing that. Giannis is just ridiculous and completely an end game card. Next up, we come up with Ben Brooks, who says, spent the whole of today evoing Kareem and Drew Holiday to Pink Diamond after an hour grinding triple threat online. Wow, that is insane, but well done. I've had a lot of people say they've got Kareem up to the Pink Diamond level, which is something I'm jealous of, but I am not jealous of the amount of work you guys have put in to get this card up there. So he needs 1,800 points at this level, and I think the one from Diamond to Pink Diamond is like 2,000 points and like another 1,000 rebounds, so you guys are absolutely killing it out there. Next up, we have one from Bryson Art, who says, I'm completely out of MT. I have Giannis, but no other spotlights. What would you recommend to do to make MT start the rest of the challenges? And if you suggest TTO, which I would do, and I am going to do TTO, who would you suggest to run? I have Pink Diamond Giannis, Pink Diamond Zach LaVine, and then one of either Jason Terry, Miles Turner, Eddie Johnson's, or Amethyst Marcus Morris. I would say Miles Turner, to be honest. Defensively, he is incredible. He's got the Hall of Fame Intimidator, which makes such a big difference. And of course, he gives you stuff on the offensive end as well. So definitely put Miles Turner in there. And he's reasonably cheap as well, because of course, he's only his Amethyst. Contracts don't cost too much. Next up, Jay Andrews says, do you think it's still worth it for me to hold on to the Moments of the Week sets? Do you reckon the prices will go up once the token rewards are released? Personally, I think they will, because these sets are so cheap. These three especially, 7, 8, and 9. For 100 tokens, they are so cheap. The big player here is Jimmy Butler, about 80k. The rest of them, dirt cheap. Looking at these 4 diamonds here, they're all pretty much similar price and all pretty cheap. And then Moments of the Week 9, again, really cheap. Jason Tatum isn't even that expensive. He's about 45k. So you're looking at about 100 to 120k for each of these sets individually. For 100 tokens, I think that is great value. And I think other people will realise it's good value and they'll want to get it done, especially if there are good cards in the market, in the token market. Radmir Himmer says, what are some good cards to invest in? Well, I would say these cards right here, Moments of the Week cards, 7, 8, and 9. I would say these legacy players up here. Anything that locks in for tokens that are cheap, I think at this point in the game, is going to be a pretty safe investment. Cody comes in and says, I think those other promo cards, which are right here, are for the people who don't have access to the auction house or the pack market, since those new laws went into effect in certain countries. That's a really good point. I didn't think of that, and that is probably why they're there. Because, yeah, I think in the Netherlands and in Belgium and places like that, the auction house and pack market is strongly restricted, and it might not even be in the game in some of those. So, yeah, I guess that's where these promo cards come from. But kind of sucks that they're there in a collection and we can never get our hands on them. But, oh well, we actually have the auction house, so I guess we can't complain. Yusuf says, do you think the 2K will release super packs, Spotlight super packs, before the last set? I don't know, I've had a lot of people say that they could, and that makes me a little bit nervous. That makes me want to sell up all of these before they do drop them. Of course, they did drop the Moments of the Week super packs, and then they dropped the other super packs, which had like every high-rated player in it pretty much. So if you have investments, 2K really do like to kind of like put you down a little bit and just kind of ruin everything for you. So not sure about that one, but I probably will start selling off everything in the next couple of days. Mick comes in and says, I've just this week got Diamond Anton Jameson, and I'm evoing up to see how good he is when he gets to the pink diamond level. So as I said in the comment, let me know how good he is, because I have him at the diamond level, but I have not taken him any further. NBA 2K20 Locker Codes, I don't think that's your first name or full name, but he says, do I sell or keep my silver players for the token update and hope that they go up in price? Again, I think they will go up in price, just because everyone will need to lock in sets for tokens. I'm not going to sell these ones. I'm probably just going to lock these in myself, because I've bought the rest of the set for super cheap. And of course, I'll do with a couple more tokens. We've got so many at the moment, but of course, when we start spending them, we will need more and more. Next up, Dr. Dropshot says, is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander Pink Diamond worth it? No is the short answer on that one. So we come down to the Pink Diamond one. Jesus Christ, no. Whatever you do not pay that. 170k when you can just come down to the premium section. We come down to Moments of the Week number 7, 8, 9, 10. Moments of the Week 10, the Diamond Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for 50k. Pretty much exactly the same card. Do not spend 175 card for a couple of extra stats. Do not do that whatever you do. Next up, Duncan Patrick. Do you think Brandon Roy will be the best shooting guard in the game over T-Mac or Ray Allen? I think so. Definitely. Hall of Fame clamps, Hall of Fame range extender. He's going to have high 90s everywhere. He's going to be fantastic. If last year's Brandon Roy is anything to go by, that Galaxy Open he had last year was exceptional. So if he's anything like that, he's going to be fantastic. Ethan Erickson says, do you think the cost of previous Spotlight sets will lower or raise with the last one dropping soon? I'm trying to finish Kareem one now, and I'm wondering if it's a good time to buy or if I should just wait. I'd say just get it done if you can. Just get it done now while there aren't any super packs out, while nothing has really affected the market. I'd say just try and get it done as quickly as possible, because if they don't release super packs, the prices are going to go up massively, in my opinion, when they drop Galaxy Opal Brandon Roy, when people in-game can finally see who they've actually been collecting for. I think prices of all of these sets are going to go up. So if you can get it done now, I'd say just get it done, get it out of the way, and sell off your players as quickly as is possible. And we come up Tim van Wexel, my guy Tim from the Netherlands, I believe. I hope I've remembered that rightly. What are you going to do with all that MT? Well, nearly a million already, Tim, which is ridiculous. But like I said at the start of the video, we are going to save that for the Spotlight Series set for the time being. Someone else has sold 3.9k for Andre Roberson. Thank you very much. We are going to hold on to the Spotlight set, see how much that costs. When we've got that out of the way, then we are just going to be on a buying spree. We're going to buy the best players in the game. We're going to have a lot of fun. That is for sure. Moving on, we would say the Mr. Username says, I would keep going with the collector levels, because although it may not exactly be the smartest thing to do MT-wise, for content-wise, I assume most of us would like to see get some end-game opals towards the end of the game. Well, like someone said earlier, I will probably buy all these cards back if I can, when 2K actually start releasing hundreds of more cards, which they need to do. When it gets to that stage, I will happily buy them back, but for now, I think getting the MT is the best thing to do. And then the final comment of the day is going to be from Omar Vargas. Should we buy the cards needed for the Spotlight challenges now or later? Bio2K said now and sell them back when the last Spotlight drops. YBC says wait to buy the cards because the price will drop when the super packs come out. I have all of the cards for all the Spotlights, trying to decide if I should sell them now or later. It's a tough one. I can see why they both said conflicting information. Well, it's not information, it's just like speculation. Personally, I'm probably just going to sell mine now just to cash in on the MT. I'd rather just have the MT in my club, safe and sound. Chances are, I mean, they could drop super packs, they could not drop super packs. You just don't know with 2K. They do love dropping a good super pack to make a little bit more money, though. That is one thing you can bank on. So we haven't actually had... Did we get super packs for Spotlight Series 1? We must have done. Let me know down below if you can remember. But they must have done at some point. So chances are they will probably do the same for Spotlight Series 2. If they did the Spotlight Series 1 after 4, and they did it before the final one, then definitely sell up. But if not, it's up to you. If you need the MT, sell up. If you don't need the MT, hold on to it. You're probably not going to lose too much, but you do have a lot to gain if they don't drop them. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Quite a long one, about half an hour, just going through everything, talking through everything. But yeah, let me know down below your guesses as to how much MT we're going to be left with after we sell up everything. Like I said, hopefully by tomorrow we'll be 1 million, which is ridiculous. So that's going to be it for today's video, guys. As usual, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.